everyone. This video covers chord chart number 4. In this video we're going to look at some of the informal ways of playing more chords, just because there's so many different ways to finger similar, the exact same chords, and some of them, when we play them the formal way, are pretty uncomfortable, and sometimes you don't have to play them in that fingering. There's a different way to do it. And so this video, and actually the prior video on Chord Chart 3, covered some of the informal way of playing some of those same chords. So the first chord we're going to learn is a different variation of A. And so if you guys know the formal way to play A, it looks like this. But the informal way we're going to show you is where if you were to play and map your fingers like you're going to play an E. And then what I want you to do is I want you to bring your fingers up to where they're actually over the 7th fret and the 6th fret. Hold that fingering so it's like your index is on the 6th fret, 3rd string, your middle finger is on the 7th fret, 5th string, and your ring finger is on the 7th fret, 4th string, and that will be an A. Sounds a little bit different, but live it sounds great. The other chord we're going to show you is it's kind of a different variation of an A. It's really an A2, but it's not a full A. A lot of people play an A2 instead of a formal A, and it sounds pretty good. Basically what you do is if you were to take an A, and all you do is instead of using the index finger, you throw the index finger away, and you have basically your ring finger goes on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and your middle finger goes on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and that is an A2. All right, couple different chords is an A flat minor. Now a formal A flat minor is where you would bar on the 2nd fret, and you would form your ring and your pinky finger like you were going to play an E minor, and it would look like this. It would sound like this. But what you can do, instead of having to bar if you're uncomfortable with barring, take your barring finger off and just stick him on the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and keep your other fingers where they're at, and you will have an A flat minor. Okay, and like we showed you in the last video, if you were to slide this down 2 half steps, this would be an F sharp minor. Okay, so the other chord we're going to show you is a C sharp minor. C sharp minor is where you bar on the 4th fret, and the formal way to play a C sharp minor is if you bar it and you put your middle finger on the 5th fret, 2nd string, you take your ring finger, put it on the 6th fret, 4th string, you take your pinky finger, you put him on the 6th fret, the 3rd string. That is a C sharp minor. Make sure everything is nice and crisp, okay? But if you want to do that way, that sounds fine. But if you want to do it the informal way, what you would do is you would release your middle finger from the equation, and you put your index finger on the 4th fret on the 5th string. This is another variation, informal way of playing a C sharp minor. Okay. So again, this covers chord chart number 4. And on the next video we're going to be covering his bar chords, and hopefully tie some of all these barring the chords all together. You kind of see a cool way how to map the entire chord chart together. So please practice and learn these. Have them memorized, not so just one form of the chord, but you can also play the informal or informal way of playing it. So get to practicing.